Hello, everybody. Cool. Thanks for coming back for round 2 coverage at the Ledgestone Insurance Open presented by Discraft. We're here at the beautiful Lake Eureka Temp Course. Coverage powered by Nick Productions. My name is Steve Rachan, here with David Hopkins. And what can you tell us about the players on our card today, David?
Well, first of all, this is the third card. We have the veteran Josh Anthon.
Previous
the world
winner
champ.
From last year.
This is true. World champ Ricky Wysocki, the young gun Ezra Robinson, and Mr. Crafty himself, Michael Johansen. Hole 1, pretty much just crush it out there. Don't turn it over too much. 633 feet. Let's see what these guys can do.
Exactly. Over on the right-hand side, plays 300 feet to clear the water, 400 feet in a straight line. However, if you turn it over and go too deep, you'll find an OB path, and if you're too short, you will splash.
And yeah, Josh threw his X-Cal there. It looked like he wanted to turn it over, and he just didn't get the turn on it. But Ricky sure did put a hurting on that one, and he's going to be happy with that shot.
Yes, he did. Over the mouth, hyzers back to avoid that OB, and ends up in front of the gravel, which is fortunate because that gravel gives a really slippery footing for your upshot.
We have Ezra Robinson, newer, I believe, to the Pro Tour. I haven't really seen him on any of the previous Pro Tours. Maybe he has been, but he's young and he could throw very far.
Yeah, great to see a young player capitalizing on such a difficult course and finding himself into the coverage for this weekend. MJ, what can we say? He lit the way before he even let go of the disc, knowing it was a great shot. And Josh having to throw from the drop zone roughly, about 550 feet away from the pin?
Yeah, I think he got pretty close to circle 2 there. So should be looking at a putt to save a par. And MJ doing MJ things.
This upshot is no joke, guys. Depending on where you're landing, you're throwing extremely uphill and most times on the slope, which can affect your release. And we see Ricky just end up a little bit short on circle's edge. Ezra, with a great drive on top of the hill, is just throwing a relatively easy hyzer with a putter.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Ezra's bag, but he looked to be pretty confident there. And
yeah, young Prodigy-sponsored stud. I'm excited to watch a new player on the tour golf this round.
Yeah, for sure. And Ricky starts off hot there. Not a problem. Was he just inside the circle maybe?
Yeah, just inside the circle uphill. Ezra just inside the circle as well. Staring down the death putt with no problem.
Looks like we have someone coming out of the...
Ooh!
Teetered.
Cleaner. It stayed.
Oh, that's MJ.
Oh.
I wasn't sure who that was.
Oh, man.
So there you have it. After hole 1, we had a couple of birdies in Ricky Wysocki and Ezra Robinson. Josh, the lone bogey after going out of bounds off his drive. And Michael Joe got a birdie as well.
All right, hole 2 here. 615 feet downhill, dogleg right. Out of bounds, rope to the right. Out of bounds, water to the left. Players really are going to have to decide how much they want to bite off the drive here, giving themselves an easier upshot to the basket, but the more they bite off, the more they bring OB.
I'm going to say roller for Rick.
Ooh, roller for Rick.
He just Rick rolled that one.
A little bit of a risky play as we see the fairway Rick rolled him into the water out of bounds. Ezra just going up the gut, a little bit of a hyzer flip, calling for it to go left. Oh, it looked like he just squeezed his way back in bounds. He's pretty excited about that one. What's MJ going here? Probably just comment up the gut, doing MJ things, not even looking at his shot.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows at this point, once he turns away, you know it's a good shot. And we're going to see another roller out of Anthon here.
Oh, yeah, no fear at all after watching Ricky go out of bounds. And he does
Stay in.
Oh, wait, no, wait.
I don't see a graphic.
Oh, let's go. They're laughing. They're happy. He stayed in bounds.
Ezra, after luckily staying in bounds off his drive, just kind of pitching around at this point, playing for a 4.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you get knocked down early in this fairway, you really can't attack this basket without some type of extremely dangerous shot. So he's just sticking to the game plan, taking the 4.
And Michael Joe probably wanted a little more out of that one. He think he's maybe inside circle 2, but a difficult putt nonetheless.
Ricky hitting the tree. Fortunate to stay inside the circle, but that was looking like it was screaming towards the pin. And with the rare sidearm out of Josh Anthon, puts it picture perfect, 15 feet to the right.
Yeah, this tree in the way of Michael Joe's putt there. Just kind of had to pitch it low and settle with the 4 there after a great looking drive. So
yeah, not only is it a guardian trees, we saw Rick's upshot hit it, stopping him from getting closer to the pin. But doesn't matter now. He's in the basket. It's also in the way of most putts, depending on where your upshot lands.
Yeah, it's just what makes this green so tough. I mean, there's out of bounds so close inside the circle essentially, and
yeah, and you really don't want to push it any tighter because with the slope going towards the water left, any type of hit and roll will just put you right out of bounds. Anthon with the lone birdie, going to 5 down total for the tournament. Ricky at 6 down, Ezra at 6 down, and MJ at 5 down.
Some swirly vultures.
The one time I decide to not talk, there's an ad.
Moving on to hole 3, 260-foot par 3 right in front of you. If you remember, there is a forehand route, a hyzer route, and there's kind of a hyzer route, a straight route. But last year, Rick went the forehand route, I believe, 3 rounds in a row, and went OB. So you got to watch out for these trees, as the path is pretty close.
Yeah, really just pick your poison. No matter what route you take, you have the possibility of kicking and going out of bounds left. And as Dave said, Ricky last year playing this course kept going the left side hyzer, sidearm, kicking out of bounds. Today, he just went harp backhand up the gut and put it underneath the bucket.
Is Ezra trying to get sneaky with this hyzer, or
Yes.
was that a grip lock?
So as you're seeing from our angle off the tee, it does look like he's just throwing into like an oblivion of trees, just the jail of all jails. However, there's this really like sneaky squeaker route to the right there that if you hit it like Ezra did, you're putting yourself in a great spot.
Oh, and MJ hits a tree about 2/3 of the way up the fairway. Probably just going to pitch this maybe a half go.
Oh, a little
maybe
bit
a
of a
full
half
go.
From outside circle 2 even.
Oh, that looked good out of his hand. But just over the basket. Fully committed there, so you see Josh early with that confidence.
No, one of the best putters
Did he just
on tour right
three
now.
putt?
He just 3
Oh,
putted.
he's about to 3-putt, but that's unfortunate for Josh there, especially after coming off the last hole.
There's no background on these stats, but I'm guessing that's Josh's first 3 putts since like 2011.
I would have to guess.
Yeah, don't fact check that though.
He's got this one.
Yeah, he
No
does.
Not happy, a 260-foot hole, taking a bogey 4. It's one of the 2s out there that you really want to get as Michael Joe puts in his par.
And speaking of one of the 2s out there that you really want to get, both Ezra and Ricky claim those 2s, putting them to 7 under par. Anthon dropping the 4 under par, and MJ staying at 5 under par. Moving on to our 4th hole here, playing .24 strokes over par. Par 3, 423 feet downhill. What can you tell us about this green area that we're looking at right now, Dave?
Another one of those greens where the circle, essentially, there's out of bounds to the right, inside the circle. So you really want to stay to the left of the basket. Ricky luckily hyzered back and missed the OB there. So, but if you're throwing this and you have any turn on it past this first grouping of trees,
yeah, Ricky is playing a shot that not many competitors this weekend are of trusting over stable disc to come back at the very end like it did. Most players here are just going to take this flip up the flat left gap. If you do hyzer out into the woods here left, no big deal, as there's normally a handful of openings to get up and down for the 3.
and what's Josh going to do?
Josh,
He's playing that hyzer route.
Is that a Champion Rock 3 hyzer route?
That's such a dangerous play because you don't realize it at the top, but this path is so close to the basket.
Lord. On the berm.
That is a great shot by Josh. And Ezra here just pitching up. Just knows he missed the hole, just playing it safe, taking the 3. Michael Joe, though.
He ran that?
He ran it, death putt, 30, probably 45 feet at least, I'd say.
What?
And Ricky doing Ricky
Oh,
things.
come on.
Not a problem. From a bush, Ricky Wysocki. You've
MJ
seen it
opening up
before.
the
You're gonna see it
floodgates for
again.
putts all over. Whew.
Ezra cleaning up the par.
So when you're looking at a course like Lake Ricky here, you come in with a game plan. If you don't, you're just going to get destroyed by the course. And some players play a very conservative route, just trying to stay in bounds, taking their birdies when they come. But it appears that all 4 players on our card here are taking a very, very aggressive route to attack this course.
Yeah, and surprising to see 3 birdie 2s on that hole, as it is one of the more difficult par 3s on the course. We're moving on to hole 5, the infamous baseball hole. Crush your hyzer if you're going for it. You want to make sure it gets out there.
Exactly, yeah. If you see our players here, that white wall of banners, the basket's sitting right in the middle of that Ricky Plain high hyzer smash just outside circle 1.
And that is a great looking spot. MJ.
And MJ just doing MJ thing, just saying, you know what? I'm going to throw a nice safe hyzer. I'm going to land in the fairway. Take my 3 and not even risk going OB.
Let's see, it looks like Josh is going to be going for this one.
Ooh,
He needs
put
to
a
get that to
pump
go.
on this. Stay up. Stay up. Oh,
A
no.
little bit short from Anton there. Going to have to settle with that drop zone shot, which is about 300 feet.
Yeah, and that drop zone shot is no easy shot. It's still plain, at least. What would you say?
Oh, and Ezra hits the top of the
350?
fence too. Yeah, and it is out of bounds. I think it's maybe a little over 300 feet. But I'm not exactly sure. But these guys from the drop zone, just relatively simple hyzer. Let's see if Josh can get it there.
This needs to fight back, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's heading out of bounds.
No. Just missing his line by a few feet. Josh is out of bounds again.
I think he's going to throw again.
He's just electing to rethrow.
He could have taken it from up there. I'm surprised he rethrew. I think it was a lot of frustration.
Yeah, he threw that almost before his first shot came to rest. So he was just like, let me get up there, get away from here. And Ezra, hoping to not make the same mistake that Josh made, playing it a little bit lower.
Hyzer.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on.
There you go. He's got
All right.
just outside the circle look for a bogey 4. And MJ posterizing this hole, making it look easy.
Yeah, just sticking to his game plan, you know? He's like, I'm just going to put it in the fairway. I'm going to put it towards the basket and hit the putt. Oh, one of the worst sounds on the course this weekend.
Whoa.
What? Oh, okay.
Looks like a little bit of a headwind picked that up, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's see if Josh can get this 6.
Oh, man, another putt hitting that fence. Those beautiful Discraft banners are
What
taking a
putt
beating
by
right now.
MJ.
And that's what we're talking about with how difficult this course is that each hole, you can easily just lose strokes on everyone. So MJ taking the layup play, takes the par, moves on, no damage. Ezra, after going out of bounds on the drive, is taking, was that a double bogey?
A double bogey there, and Anton, unfortunately, taking a 7, I believe.
Quad bogey on hole 5. Oh, no.
That is rough. And as we move on to hole 6, we see no birdies on that hole. It is the second hardest hole on the course. We have a couple of pars, a 5 by Ezra, and a 7 by Anton.
All right, after just leaving the second hardest hole on the course today, we are moving on to the third hardest hole on the course today. 897 feet, par 4, hole 6. As we can see, the 2 basket placements here today. Yesterday, we played the left pin. Today, we are playing the right pin.
And this music, the intensity of it just kind of reminds me of how difficult this hole plays. As you see Ricky just kind of pumping out a hyzer. You want to get it at least 400 feet out there. And does he go OB?
Oh, wow.
Oh, off the drive. A very surprising OB from Ricky, as it's a relatively easy hyzer out there. So
Yeah, it looked like he was just trying to bite off a lot of distance on this hole. Really, going back to a few years ago, this hole used to have a Mando, and Ricky tried making the Mando off the tee and took somewhere double-digit strokes one of the rounds. He just really loves going for distance here. Josh Flintstone his way to a bomb up the fairway.
In a perfect spot.
There we go.
And MJ doing MJ things, playing for a par here.
There we go.
Nothing wrong with that.
Playing the second and third hardest hole back to back, and he just says, I'm going to take my par. I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to watch everyone else on my card make mistakes. No, not again.
No, he's safe.
Oh, okay. Man, he scared me how tight he played to the wood line there.
Let's see if Anton tries to attack this green.
Oh.
Kind of looks like it. He might
He's
come up a
going for
little
it.
bit short, I'm going to guess. Maybe a look from circle 2, maybe just outside there.
But you know what? At the end of the day, he's in bounds and happy to not take another quad bogey.
That's for sure. It looks like Ezra just turned this way too much and went straight out of bounds. He's going to be throwing from back here. Definitely going to go for the pin on this one.
Yeah, he really didn't get to progress too far up the fairway. He doesn't seem happy about this, but puts it right next to the pin.
Yeah, it might have been something with his footing, but it was a good shot. And MJ
looks like he's torn between which pin he's thrown to, but lands inside the circle.
Ricky, 2 forehands in a row here, just plopping it right next to the basket, not a problem.
Yeah, good damage control after the out-of-bounds drive, just doing the best he can from there. Come on, baby.
Ooh, what a good bid by Josh. Definitely outside circle 2 there.
That's the third jump putt from outside circle 2. That's just come a little bit too high today, but you know, he's giving it a chance, and you got to be happy about that.
And he's going to put in for his bogey? Par.
Yeah, he
Excuse
ends up
me.
staying in bounds the whole way, and he'll be happy with that par for sure. Ezra, he's going for the bogey after going out of bounds. Just a mere 15 feet. Nothing to it. And there we have it, wrapping up hole 6 with a handful of bogeys. We can see why this hole is playing the third hardest today, as our scores are going to be continually changing throughout the round. Anthon at 1 under par, Ricky now at 7 under par, Ezra 4 under, and MJ at 6 under. Dave, what can you tell us about the upcoming hole 7?
Hole 7, definitely must skip, or I'm going to say must get here. 275 feet right in front of you. You can throw backhand, you can throw forehand flex, you can throw forehand straight.
Yeah, and
Just get this birdie is what these guys are thinking.
exactly. Dave's saying it's a must get because we see this hole is playing the easiest for today. 53% birdies and 0.38 strokes under par. And if we see Anthon sidearming a CE Eagle on a hole,
You know it's a side-armable hole. That's
got-
a word.
I just went like a little bit
side-armable?
speechless there. Just speechless watching Anthon throw a sidearm and pure it.
I'm going to go with side-armable. That's the word.
Not totally. Yeah. Ezra's like, I see your play, guys. I'll do the same. I'll hit off a tree but still stay inside the circle.
And another jumper from Anton. Can this one go in?
Oh, man.
Doesn't even draw metal. Kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, you got to think that that tree just to the right early made him hesitate and go a little bit left.
But Ezra putting in for the birdie 2, as does Rick.
Josh is going to have to come back for his par before we even get to MJ's amazing shot.
There it is, and MJ, not a problem. Great few holes for MJ here, going par, birdie on a couple of the most difficult holes and then the easiest holes. So
Yeah, exactly. He
Great
just
stretch of
he just
holes.
ensured that on 4 and 5 or 5 and 6 he wasn't going to lose strokes to the field and then attack hole 7 and move on to hole 8 here. Par 4, 793 feet. However, you have to make it over that gap we just flew over into the landing zone here to be in bounds, or else you end up going to a drop zone that Caddy Book tells us is roughly 600 feet away, probably plays about 540 to 550 away from the pin.
And MJ walks away, knows it's good. Oh!
Did that just hit a bag?
Yeah, I believe that was Gibson's bag it hit.
Oh, no. For all you guys looking over there and saying, why wasn't that player stroked? It wasn't intentional, but he left his bag there as to go to the next hole. And since it was an accidental hit, no stroke penalty. However, MJ lost just a few feet of distance because of that.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's not going to affect MJ on this hole.
No, not at all.
And Ezra puts a huge pump out on that one. Good looking shot. Pretty ideal landing zone to attack this green, which funnels up, and there's a lot of OB near the basket.
And Josh looks at Ezra's shot and says, you know what, I like that, and I'm going to throw it 40 feet further. Now, interesting play by Ricky. He threw giant hyzer over the tree line to ensure that he stayed inbounds, giving himself a harder upshot.
Oh, and he just threw out of bounds.
He didn't just go out of bounds. He went over the creek. I really hope he doesn't need to throw that disc next hole.
Huge hyzer from MJ. Is it going to squeak through there? Well, it squeaks about halfway through. He's going to have a look.
Oh, no. Turned up just a little bit.
A little too turned.
After being in great position, just cannot capitalize with the upshot there.
Oh, this thing needs to get right.
Flip, 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 flip.
Stop.
What's it going to be?
Oh, I see ripples.
Oh, I see ripples. Oh, no. Man, he's going to be able to get that back, but...
Here's Rick coming from that OB stroke. Can you put it in? Oh, right over the basket.
As we see Rick's disc rolling up there to the left, that's actually where the basket was in previous years. So they brought this pin a little bit closer, a little bit more attackable. However, this hole is still playing the fourth most difficult from the round today.
And Josh, after having a great drive, goes OB on his upshot, just puts in for his par 4.
Yeah, Ezra tapping in for the par as well after turning over his upshot, and MJ didn't really have the best look out of the woods there, so he's going to have to take a par as well. But you know what? Didn't take any bogey strokes there, besides Ricky putting himself to 7 under. And now MJ, after this conservative play off the last 4 holes, is now tied for the lead with the card at 7 under par.
Yeah, some great play, great execution of his game plan, MJ, and we're moving to hole 9.
Yeah, now we're getting to the part of the course where you can really start attacking. There's true 4 birdie holes coming up here.
And true shenanigans going on here.
True shenanigans going on everywhere.
Yeah, and in years past, this hole had a layup zone, but to this day, now it is an island hole. A lot of these players playing hyzer way out there, let it settle in. There is a safe zone, so if it does hyzer a little too much, they're dropping and they're going to be safe.
Yeah, exactly. The smart error is to err on the left-hand side here. Any shots that don't make it into the island have to go immediately to the drop zone at the front of this bridge here. And either players are going to be taking the hyzers, Dave said, or like Anthon going right at it over the OB line and in bounds.
Ricky playing it real high.
Thank God the feather banners weren't there this year to knock them down like they did in previous years.
Oh, I didn't see that, but I'm not surprised. And here we have MJ from a little outside the circle. Top right cage and hits the belt. Fortunately, Ezra. Ricky was in the way, but looks like it went in as he runs that one down. And Ricky from about 22. Oh
no.
Surprising miss there, Steve.
I don't want to say karma for being in the way of Ezra, but it's just very surprising to see Ricky miss a putt from 20 feet.
Rumor has it there was some bugs in his face or something that he was battling, and I guess that's to blame for that missed putt.
Man, even when you're playing an OB ridden course like this, there's still the elements you got to battle. But after 9 holes, we see that battle takes us to Anthon, 3 up for the round, 2 under par total. Ricky moving the 7 under par total. Ezra, 5 under par total. And MJ, 7 under par total.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the second round front 9 coverage of the Ledgestone Insurance Open. Be sure to stay tuned for the back 9.
Peace.
Yeah!